This Canadian 5-cent coin from 2002 is a deeply meaningful numismatic artifact, struck in honor of Queen Elizabeth II's 50th year on the throne, a milestone known as the Golden Jubilee. The obverse front of the coin features the elegant right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Canadian artist Dora de Perry-Hunt, whose initials do not appear on this version but whose artistic influence is unmistakable. This particular portrait was first introduced in 1990 and remained in use on Canadian coins until 2003. Around the Queen's likeness is the inscription Elizabeth II DG Regina, which stands for Dei Gratia Regina, Latin for by the grace of God, Queen. Just below the Queen's neckline is a dual-date inscription 1952 to 2002, which marks her accession year and the Jubilee year, and just beneath those dates is a small letter P, indicating that this coin was struck using the plated steel composition, as the Royal Canadian Mint had begun transitioning away from traditional nickel to steel with plated layers, nickel and copper, for economic and practical reasons. Turning to the reverse side of the coin, we see the classic and beloved image of a beaver, Canada's national animal and a long-standing symbol of Canadian industriousness and natural heritage. This design was originally created by George Edward Kruger Gray, whose initials K to G appear on the lower left of the coin. The beaver is shown sitting atop a log in a natural setting, chewing or alert, an image deeply associated with Canada's fur trade history and economic development during the colonial period. Above the beaver, in bold uppercase, are the words 5 cents, and below it, Canada, all engraved with careful symmetry and balance. On either side of the numeral 5 are 2 small maple leaves, another quintessential Canadian symbol representing the country's identity, landscape, and unity. The year 2002 was significant for the Canadian monarchy and its Commonwealth ties. Queen Elizabeth II's Golden Jubilee was marked with nationwide events in Canada, including tours, dedications, and special commemorative coins like this one. The Royal Canadian Mint issued multiple coin denominations to mark the occasion, including quarters, dimes, and this nickel coin, all bearing dual dates, and sometimes a special Jubilee P mark or variations for collector's editions. From a material standpoint, this 5-cent coin was struck in multi-ply plated steel, a composition consisting of a steel core plated with layers of nickel and copper. This transition, begun in the late 1990s, aimed to reduce costs and improve minting efficiency. The piece seen under the date signifies this composition, a notable change in the earlier full nickel or silver compositions used in previous decades. The coin weighs 3.95 grams, has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters, and features a smooth edge. In terms of mintage, hundreds of millions of these coins were produced for circulation, but collectors were also offered high-quality proof-like and specimen sets, with some including colored edges or enhanced finishes. Despite the high mintage, well-preserved or error versions of this coin, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or plating issues, can command modest premiums in a collector's market. The coin you presented appears circulated but retains strong details, suggesting it was well-preserved or recently cleaned. The symbolism of the coin extends beyond mere portraiture and wildlife. It captures a moment in Canadian and Commonwealth history where the monarchy continued to play a ceremonial but meaningful role in national identity. The juxtaposition of regal imagery with Canada's natural fauna and flora encapsulates the duality of modern Canada, proud of its heritage, but equally proud of its independence and natural beauty. The beaver, in this context, represents labor, persistence, and the early Canadian economy, while the Queen's profile serves as a reminder of the nation's enduring constitutional monarchy and political roots in the British Crown. In terms of value, circulated examples of this coin typically trade for face value, 5 cents CAD, but uncirculated specimens or those from special collectors sets may range from $1 to 5 Canadian dollars. Rare errors or coins in pristine proof condition could reach higher values among niche collectors. However, most of the value lies in its historical significance rather than its monetary worth. Collectors prize this coin not just for its design, but for the story it tells, a story of monarch's half-century reign, of Canada's evolving coinage system, and of the subtle but profound ways that history and symbolism are embedded in everyday objects. This 2002 Canadian 5-cent coin, bearing the beaver and the Queen, is more than metal. It's a miniature monument to tradition, national identity, and the endurance of constitutional monarchy in a changing world.